Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning, and good morning and guten morgen. So today we have our third sharing session in our open day event. And actually, our sharing session today is suitable for the SEM leavers or IGCSE leavers, and any of the person that willing to further your study in German University. So before we go further on our session today, so I would like to highlight that GMI actually not only focusing on the diploma program but also for the foundation program as well as German University Preparatory program, which is we call it as GAPP. So today, to discuss further about this session, so we would like to present our invited speakers, which is Mr. Amir. But I believe that all of you well known about Mr. Amir, but I still want to give his opportunity to a brief introduction by yourself.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Riza. I'm actually a GAPP alumni. I did my A-levels here at German-Malaysian Institute, and I was lucky enough also to continue my bachelor's degree in Germany at Reutlingen University, thanks to GMI.
Yep.
And then after that, continued doing my master's as well at HWR Berlin for my master's in accounting and controlling.
All right. Okay. So here we bring our alumni of GAPP. And how do you feel you being here in GMI today?
Oh, I think the last time I was here, that was 2013, 2014. That was 10 years ago. One decade ago.
10 years ago.
So of course, a lot of things have changed in a very positive manner. You know, a lot of facilities. You have new facilities. You have you know, a lot of new improvements at GMI. So it's bringing me back to all my past memories of, you know, studying here and meeting at the same time. A lot of the teachers are still here as well. So, you know, reconnecting back is pretty much, you know, going back to your alma mater, if people say it, right? Yeah.
Just 10 years ago, right?
10 years ago,
10 years ago. So actually your teachers still young.
Yeah, still young.
They're all still there.
Correct.
So I believe that if you feel that you are so lively when you come to GMI, it must be something that really valuable for you when you study here.
Correct.
So can you share with us so that we can encourage our student to come here, or another prospect student is still thinking that is it I have to enroll in GMI. So can you share with us?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I would like to thank GMI because without GMI I wouldn't be where I am today, right?
Alright.
And what makes GMI so unique is that at GMI, particularly about the GAPP program, which is stands for the German A-level Preparatory program, is that it is a comprehensive program. If you are intending to study engineering and you intend to go to Germany, which is of course known for engineering, then GMI is the right place to be, because GMI has the facilities to prepare you for your engineering degree in Germany later on, right? So the A-level program, if you compare the A-level program at GMI compared to any other institution that offers A-levels, is that GMI is specialized. GMI has been doing that since 1992 until today. GMI is specialized towards engineering, towards IT, towards technical, towards STEM. And if you do join the A-levels program here, you don't only learn the usual subjects that you would do at any other institutions, but you will also additionally get the opportunity to learn German, right? German language together with your A-levels program. And additionally to that, if you're intending to study later on engineering or any technical subjects, technical degrees in Germany, then GMI prepares you for that technical training as well, right? In German it's called Praktikum. In English it's sort of like a pre-internship where you do welding, electronics, you do pneumatics, you learn how to use the CNC machine, you learn how to do milling, grinding, and so on and so forth, which not many places, not many institutions have that facilities, right? So even if you study in Germany, not all universities will have as much as what GMI has, and it's at the same time you know, the facilities is also modern, is also up to date. So if you're intending to study in Germany, and especially if you want to do engineering, then GMI is perfect, because you can do your A levels here, which meets the general university requirement for you to study in Germany tuition free. A, B, you get to learn German concurrently with your A levels, and C, you get to do the full practicum, which is the industrial training hands on with all of this machinery and so on and so forth, which is also a requirement if you want to do engineering later on in Germany.
So you mean that GMI provide you like a one-stop center, right?
One-stop center,
so you
correct.
can study here, but you fulfill all the requirement at one
Correct.
place. So I believe that that's much more easier for you to prepare
Correct, yeah.
to further for the German university, right?
Correct.
So, and you also mentioned that you are here. GMI start from 1992, right? And then actually. GAPP or now we call it as German University Preparatory Program. Formerly we call it as German A level.
Correct.
So now German University. So actually we have 23rd years experience of sending our student, right?
To Germany, correct.
Yeah, to German University. So actually, why Germany? Why not any other countries?
I can be very honest.
Okay.
After I finished my SPM, I mean, I got very good results. I got 9 A's and everything. So I started to apply for scholarships.
Alright.
Yeah, I do take note that this was 10 years. I mean, 13 years ago.
Okay.
The situation was a bit different. There was more scholarship up for grabs compared to nowadays, right?
Right.
So I applied to as many scholarships. I think I applied 11 or 13 different scholarships. I got back, I think, about 8 or 9 back scholarships.
Yeah.
And then I look at all the different offers, right? I got UK, I got US, I got Germany, and my sole reason for choosing Germany back then, 13, 14 years ago, was because I saw that the scholarship period for Germany was 5 years, 8 months, plus another 22 months in Malaysia. Compared to UK or anything where you only study for 3 years, you know, the duration. So I was thinking, I mean, if I do take this scholarship, then the total duration that, you know, I'm being funded and everything in overseas would be the longest. So that was the main reason why I chose Germany. But if I look today, right, and fast forward a decade, I'm very blessed that I took that decision. Why? Because number one, there's not many places in the world where you can study at top ranking universities, top 100, top 200 world best for free. Right? They are tuition free. You know, at the same time, the only thing, even back then, what the scholarship does is actually just cover the preparatory program and also your cost of living while you're there, right? And I think because GMI has all the facilities, not just in terms of physical facilities, but GMI is also well connected to MARA. You can get all the scholarship funding from Yayasan. You can get from PTPTN. And so on and so forth. That kind of facilities is also available, which makes I mean, for SPM leavers or IGCSE candidates, you know, an attractive pathway for them if they want to go to Germany. So if you ask me, you know, why Germany, that was the reason 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
But today, if you ask me why Germany, again, it will be a totally different answer, and I would say that, you know, there's nowhere else in the world that you can study at top ranking university, tuition free, and on top of that, with the migration policy that is very easy in Germany, you know, just by being there, just after 6 months you can get a residence permit already. Working in Germany 2 years you can get a PR, dual citizenship option, and then on top of that, the job prospect, right? Job prospect in Germany, where right after you graduate, even if you don't get the job, the German government still supports you and allows you to stay in the country to seek employment. If you don't get a job, there's unemployment benefits and so on and so forth. So Germany provides a comprehensive future for you, right? A comprehensive future, not just in terms of your studies, but also your career after you have your future career overseas, and not just that, but also your benefits as a resident residing overseas, right? So, for example, me, I've been residing in Germany for now almost 9 years. I mean, I still live there also. So, you know, all of these benefits that you get, which no other country, being said if it's Australia or US, will not provide you this opportunity.
Okay, so you maximize the chance that you get, right?
Exactly. You
Yeah.
get to maximize every benefits
Yes.
that you can get. You know, here in Malaysia at GMI, and then
Yeah,
on
and
top of that,
also
additional in Germany,
in Germany
you get that
itself.
additional benefit of studying, living, working,
Working,
and so
yeah.
on and so forth. Yeah.
So I believe that when people hear this conversation, okay, oh, Mr. Amir got 9 A's, straight A's.
Mm.
Oh, no wonder he goes to further study in Germany. So how about people that not reach that 9 A's?
I understand. That's why as I
yeah.
mentioned, 10 years ago it was a
Yeah.
different scenario, right? Because there were more scholarships compared
yeah.
to today. But as I mentioned, studying in Germany is free.
Yeah.
Studying in
Okay.
Germany is tuition free. A lot of people maybe know that, a lot of people maybe do not know that, but studying in Germany is tuition free, meaning that you don't pay for your education, but it does not mean it's a free holiday, right?
Yeah.
Some people think it's a free holiday, meaning it's like free flight ticket, free food, free accommodation, everything free, right? What we're talking here is free education, meaning
Free
education
education,
itself is free. You don't pay for tuition fees, you don't pay for your learning material fees, you don't pay for your examination fees, right?
Yeah.
So that is being taken care of. You don't have to worry about, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing that you need right now is just to fund for your preparatory program in order for you to be eligible for the free education in Germany, right? So even if you don't get very good results, if it's 5 A's or 6 A's and you can't get a scholarship, you actually don't even need a scholarship, right? Because you technically only need to fund your own for your preparatory program here at GMI, right?
And also a living cost there, right?
And living cost over there, right? So if all in all per year, you're looking at probably around 50,000 ringgit, right, for the GMI preparation program here, and then another 50,000 ringgit annually when you are there to cover your own cost of living, right? And on top of that, you are also, as a student, you can work 240 days per year in Germany with a minimum wage of 12 euro 41 cents. You can earn anywhere between 500 to 1,000 euro. So even once you are there, you actually can be self-sustainable, right? You can self-sustain by working part-time and so on and so forth. So the actual initial investment that you need to look is actually here, right?
But
That between 50 to 100,000 euros, 100,000 ringgit. That's about it.
Okay, so actually all students or all people have a chance
Have a
to
chance,
further
correct.
study to the German university.
Correct.
So, but actually, normally people will afraid. Oh, if I go to Germany, I pursue my study to German university. Oh, is it I need to have a German taught program? So I'm a Malaysian. We are Malaysian, and we just have at least English fluency, right? So not a German language. So how difficult is it? Any other chance to overcome this language
Okay.
barrier? Yeah.
So as we know, I mean, the stigma out there is that I know education in Germany is free, but I need to learn German in order for me to get that free education, right? That's the stigma out there. But the reality of it is actually you can also study in English, right? So if you are looking at programs where the medium of instruction is English, there are more than 2,700 over programs available that is fully taught in English. And I am one of the student, right? I mean, I did my master's fully taught in English. And then even if you want to do 50-50, maybe you want to start off with English first for the first 3 semesters and then do it in German for the last 3 semesters. That is also available. Saying that, meaning that even if if you have the fear of learning the language, you still have the opportunity actually to do your degree over there in English, where you do not need any German, right? But saying that, that does not mean that you shouldn't learn German, right? You should still learn German because you are going to be living in a country where the main language, right, is German
For the survival.
for daily use, right? So for you to socialize and everything. So you should learn German, of course, but knowing that there are programs that are fully taught in English or partially taught in English, as much as 2,700 programs, it takes off the burden of you, right, to meet certain requirements, to score certain exams in order for you to be eligible for free education, right? So knowing that there are English taught programs gives you the access, an easier pathway to take the burden off of you to learn the language, to meet the requirements, in order for you to get the free education. Meaning you can still study in Germany for free, do it in English, but at the same time learn German as part of the process, right?
Yeah.
Without having to worry, I need to score this exam, I need to score this exam, you know.
Yeah.
You learn it when you are here, and you learn it when you are there,
Yeah.
right? And
Yes.
and based on experience, you only need between 8 months to 1 year living in Germany itself for you to pick up the language, to pick up the language, right? So even if you look at the foreign workers in Malaysia, they when they come to Malaysia, they did not learn Malay before they come here, right?
Yes.
But by just living here just a couple of months, they can pick up the language, right? So you, even though you are doing your degree fully taught in English, you are going to be living there 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It is impossible after 5 years you have not picked up a single word of German.
You just don't have that certificates, but the influence is really good lah.
So if you do give it time, so you have a smoother transition. And once you are there, you will naturally pick up the language slowly. And the benefit of English taught programs is that you get the free German classes, right? Free German classes integrated into your study program, right? So meaning if you do your, for example, mechanical engineering in English, for your first 3 semesters, you are going to learn German as part of a foreign language module, right? Meaning that you will learn German anyway. There's no way around that you won't learn German. You will learn German, but you don't have the burden of that. I need to pass my German, then only I can get free education.
Just follow your pace, right?
Yeah,
Slowly
just follow your
the
pace. Follow the pace. And once you are there, you're living there a couple of years, you will naturally pick it up.
Yeah, because of I believe that Germany also start to internationalize their university, right?
Correct.
So the growth of the English taught programs become
It's
higher,
growing.
right? It's
More and
growing,
more
right?
and more each year. Yeah.
So and also the 50-50
Program as well.
programs, right?
Yeah.
As well, like you also
Start off with English and then you finish off in
with
German.
Germany. Okay, so this is actually the fantastic opportunity. You're not only focusing on the German university that offering the German taught program,
Correct.
but you have chance to pursue to the German university with the English taught program
as well. Correct.
But actually, we have met some parents that really worried with the provocative statement that said, "Oh, if you pursue to the German taught program, it's more higher ranking compared to the English taught program." So how this is true? Because we don't want to
give out the false information, right? Okay, I understand. As I mentioned, regardless whether you are going to do the degree in German or in English, you are going to learn German anyhow, right? If you do the degree in English, you are still compulsory to take German, but as a foreign language, right? As a module. But if you do your degree in German, then German is going to be the medium of instruction for you to learn all of the modules, right? Regardless if it's mathematics, statistics, anything. So the difference here is only the medium of instruction.
The content still the same.
The content is the same, right? The medium of instruction is what varies here. And at the end of the day, once you have graduated, regardless if you did your degree in German or in English, your German proficiency is going to be the same, right? Because why? Because you have been living there 5 years. You did the program in German, I did the program in English, but we took the same amount of years living in Germany. And how well your German after 5 years is purely depending on how well you use the language there, right? If you practice it, if you if you take your own initiative to improve your language and so on and so forth, it has nothing to do about the medium of instruction of the degree program. And if you look at statistics itself, students that do graduate from English taught programs perform a much better final grade. Right, in Malaysia we call it CGPA.
CGPA.
They have a higher CGPA compared to students that did their degree fully taught in German, right? And why is that? Right, why is that? Is it because, I mean, we are both scholarly students, brilliant students that were sent to Germany, but how did I ended up with better results than you when we are equally smart, right? So the problem with German taught programs is that you have very brilliant students that go on the program but then can't perform during their studies simply because of language barrier. So you are being pushed to the back of the class, not preferred by employers because you have been failing so many papers, you have been retaking so many papers. Instead of a 4-year degree, you took 8 years. And equal smart student that went through the same program, learn it fully in English, right? Managed to also get a B1, B2 German at the end of the program, equally as good as you, but with a better final grade. So the at the end of the day, my question: if you're an employer, among these two students, which one are you
Look
going to
at
employ?
the higher potential student, right? The good grade student,
The good
right?
grade student, right? Student
We
with
don't care about the German thought or the English thought, right?
because the certificate is going to be the same certificate. Most likely they don't even know whether did you do it in German or did they do it in English, because in Germany there are programs where there are even 50% in German, 50% in Mandarin, 50% in German, 50% in Spanish.
Oh, another foreign language.
Yeah, 50% in German, 50% in French. Very popular, right?
Okay.
So there are a variety of courses, right? That of course people don't know what they don't know, right?
Yeah.
You can only know if you have already gone through the process and you are living there, right? So me as a person that I've gone through the program, did my my bachelor's, my master's, I've worked there. I know I live in Germany, so you are exposed to all of this opportunity, which a lot of people do not know. And the statement of fact and the statement of reality is also two different things, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people think, my perception, if you do your degree in German, then you are going to be more preferred by employer than you do your degree in English. There are some degrees in Malaysia, if you go on IPTA, it might be taught in Malay. Your degree might be taught in Malay. Maybe it's a polytechnic course or anything.
UKM?
Yeah, UKM for example, the degree might be taught in Malay, right? And there are, if you go to some private universities, anything will be taught in English. I'm an employer right now in Malaysia, and I have these two candidates. It's the same scenario as in Germany as well. Am I going to ask him what was the medium of instruction of your degree?
Right.
I'm not going to look at that. Before I can even give you an interview to interview you, I'm going to look at your final grade. How well did you do for your degree?
Yes.
Are you a hardworking student? If you are at the end of the class and I see you took 8 years on your CV just to finish your degree, I'm gonna query your capability as well.
What happened to
what
your life,
happened,
right?
What happened to you? Are you, although you are a smart student, although you are the top of the class,
We might
best
think
student in
something
Malaysia,
happened to you,
something
and
happened to
then
you,
caused
right?
you to finish within 8 years, right?
With an extensive period just to finish a bachelor's degree, right? So just to conclude it, the scenario is same whether you're in Malaysia or in Germany. As an employer, I'm not going to ask you what was your medium of instruction. I'm going to base on your performance, on how you did your study program, how well can you converse during the interview, right? Regardless whether your medium instruction was English, Mandarin or even German, but if you can perform during the interview and we can communicate, right, at an intermediate level, B1 or B2, that's more than enough what I'm asking for, right? And everything else is after that, after you have worked and so on and so
We can
forth.
grow later, right? Because I believe that some of the courses, you still, even you take the English Third program, so you still need to learn the foreign language,
You still have to learn
German
German.
language, right?
Yeah, you have
But
to learn.
as end of the study, you also have the B2 level, right? So
Correct.
same with the German student
Same with German student.
that come to the German Third program, right? So actually, worries no more. So about the German Third program and also English Third program. And also here we bring our alumni that also went through the English Third program at 50-50 during that time. 50%.
And my master's fully in English.
My master fully in English. So he survived.
Of course, of course.
Success.
Better than survive.
Better than survive, right? Okay. So before we end our session, so let's share what is the valuable time or the best process during your study.
The best experience.
The best experience that can have.
Understand.
Share with
There's
your
so many. There's so many. But I must say, when I was in Germany, because if you do join English taught programs, it is called an international program. All English taught programs are called international degrees. And international degrees, the advantage is that your cohort, your class is going to be 50% German, 50% international students. Compared to the German taught programs, 90% is going to be German, 10% going to be international students. So one of my best experience there is that I get to make friends, and I'm still friends with them, from people from all around the world, right? People from Russia, from Moldova, from South Africa, from Spain, from Mexico. You're still in touch with them. You're still in contact with them till today, right? And you have that good relationship which you have. And I believe if I would have chosen different pathway, if I would have done a German taught program, then I wouldn't have made this many friends
You
as I would have made today.
right?
Yeah, you have that broad connection from all around the world instead of just Germans, right?
Yeah.
And another good experience that I would like to share is that because my program was an international program, it was an English taught international degree program, I got another opportunity to do a semester abroad.
Oh,
right?
you
Fully
already abroad, and then you go abroad.
You can go abroad again, right? You are already abroad, but
you go abroad
again, right? So most international programs,
Right.
one semester is an exchange semester,
alright.
which you can do anywhere, fully funded, right?
fully
So you can go to US, you can go to Japan, you can go to Portugal. I chose Netherlands because I got another scholarship called the Erasmus scholarship.
Yeah.
Which funded my not just my studies. My studies is already fully funded, but they give me living allowances every month, 500 euros, for me to go and study at another country. I mean, how great is that?
Yeah.
You are already abroad.
And then you go abroad.
You get another scholarship to go abroad.
Yeah.
And education is free. Fully funded, and then on top of that, the cost of living. You know, my dorm in Netherlands. I mean, I study in Arnhem. It's a small town in Netherlands. It was a penthouse, top floor, right? And you know, you get the Erasmus scholarship, so you can live to cover your cost of living.
Go for holiday.
It's like a holiday semester. Yeah. So this is another advantage on the English taught international degree programs, that they do have all of this integrated. Which will then give you better access, not just to networks. You can go to other countries to learn, and at the end of the day, besides just learning academically, you are also why you want to be there. Why go overseas instead of just studying locally? It's because of not just that you will get better network, better experience, but the exposure is not the same.
More open mind for us, right?
It's better because you then get to see differently how things are done, right?
The culture.
Yeah, the culture and how things are done, and then when you go to another country abroad, then you get to see how things are done over there. So it gives you a bit of perspective on the way you think, right? And it's very important to have this critical thinking.
Yes.
Because in life you will need it more than anything, right? In life, how do you solve problems? How do you look at things? The process of how do you. So everything is different. So it gives you that a different horizon. So I think that would be one of my best experience. I would say the semester abroad, making international network that I'm still very close today, and then of course my personal favorite, I always tell people, is that once you are in Germany, it's very difficult for you to come back because you get your residence permit very quickly. So once you, because as a residence holder, you are entitled for all benefits that a citizen gets as well.
You maximize everything, right?
You maximize everything, right? I mean, it's free healthcare. You know, if you later on you get married, you have a child, your child gets that benefits till until he's 25. You know, you don't have to worry about healthcare. If you lose a job, you get unemployment benefits, and so on and so forth. So, you know, I believe that there's not many countries in the world that offers this opportunity. So while this opportunity is available, do grab it. And as I mentioned, if you want to go to Germany, if you want to do engineering, then GMI is definitely the place that you want to be, because it is comprehensive, right? It is comprehensive. It covers everything. It prepares you well before you go to Germany. And again, I want to say a big thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Platform, right?
Exactly, for giving me this platform. Thank you.
Before we end, so a short advice for the students, for all the future students.
Short advice. I think the most important is explore all available options. Because sometimes we are too narrowed in the way that we think that this is the best, but actually there's so many opportunities out there. And I think it's good to assess what is the opportunity in terms of programs, in terms of don't just look at what degree you want to do. Look at what is the career prospect, right? Where do you want to be 10 years from now, right? So that's why I say why Germany compared to any other study destination, because it's not just about free education, but it provides you that opportunity after you
Of
graduate.
planning your life, right?
Of planning your life, right? That means your job is secured over there.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get the job, you get the government, German government support, right? To enable you to stay. You get the residence permit and so on and so forth. So look 10 years from now, explore all available options, and don't just think for tomorrow. Think for 10 years ahead.
You're right. Okay, thank you so much
Welcome.
for your time coming to this session. And also, we are really grateful to have this session with Mr. Amir, our alumni, with this fruitful and insightful discussion. And before we end our session, so let's join us enroll in our GAPP University Preparatory program, because we will assist us. We means that we in a GAPP program, and also actually Mr. Amir will assist you if you want to pursue to the German university in an English taught program. Okay, so far thank you. Thank you for joining us.